Happy Thanksgiving to all Canadians that are out there. Or if you're like a majority of my audience that's out there, happy Columbus Day. It's still that right now. Do I gotta go check that as Biden decided to politically correcticize, whatever the proper terminology for that is, switch it up a little bit and make it some pandering Native American crap, whatever the hell. But today's the day of holiday for so many people that are out there. And hopefully had a great day. Like here specifically, it's like abnormally warm for the first half of October. Like I still got shorts on. You can't see it or anything like that, but we're supposed to hit 20 at one point this week. So I'm taking this as a big old W because October can be a little bit unpredictable. Kind of like the guys we're going to be talking about here today. Very nice transition. Didn't even plan that. Now, first and foremost, what has old Barry Obama been talking about? Before we get into the Kanye West stuff, I just want to compare and contrast these two very different statements that are out there. Okay, so you got Barack, right? It's election season. He's still a young man. He just turned 60, for Christ's sakes. Like, this dude should be out there on the stump. Remember, he's like the most popular Democrat politician that's out there, right? Like, his word and his endorsement should carry quite a bit of weight, right? He was such a popular president, and in his own words, in his own mind, in his old little curated existence, he thinks that he could have easily won a third term in office. Okay, then. It's just weird, because I'm not seeing him out there talk his shit, say his endorsements. He had to be drug out in the late stages of Joe Biden's campaign in order to go up there and tacitly support him to, bake sales? That one was pretty embarrassing, but maybe it's a good reason that he's not, okay? Because the teleprompter in chief, one of his recent speeches has been leaked out there, and it's not that nice. And is he facing any repercussions for that? Fuck no. So, sometimes, you just have to beat racist, angry, and sexist Republicans. Oh, okay, cool. I understand. Yep, you're just coloring an entire population as just some of the worst things that you can possibly levy, because of course you can. Remember, he was the hope president. He was the change president. Yeah. Barack Obama described his political opponents as angry, racist, and sexist during a private conversation with some of Europe's elites this summer, according to a newly revealed transcript. Why would he be talking about Republicans to Europeans? That makes no sense. Like, the connotation of Republican to, like, people in England, that's totally different than what it means in the United States, but I understand, like, United States politics is popular throughout the entire world, but if you're supposed to be making correlative statements to Europeans, why would you say Republicans? That don't make no goddamn sense. Sometimes it just turns out they're mean, they're racist, they're sexist, they're angry, and your job is to just beat them because they're not persuadable. Oh, great. Yeah, because, again, if somebody's not on your payroll, if somebody has independent thought, contrary to yours, right, Brock? Because, again, yeah, you were kept on the pedestal. You had Valerie Jarrett right there at the front door, just making sure that no contrary opinions would ever enter the Oval Office. Boy, he was allowed to preside for 8 years atop his lofty mountain in his own fucking gilded cage, while everybody cleaned his ass for him. Just a fucking atrocious president, by the way. Obama offered his candid advice privately to European leaders in June after speaking publicly at the Copenhagen Democracy Summit in June. But he also warned attendees away from sometimes getting too filled up on your own self-righteousness. Oh, that's fucking rich. Holy. I wonder how well he was compensated for this speech. Just wondering. We're so convinced that we're right that we forget what we're right about, he said. Details of his remarks were revealed in a new CNN report about the former president's political activities during the midterms. How did they have an opportunity to write about that? Okay, and I think that CNN's probably going through a massive employment cut because nobody's paying attention to their dog shit platforms anymore, and normally they're just too busy about, shoulder depths into Barack's colon to write anything contrary about him, so it's just a little bit fucking weird. But no, is he going to face any backlash for just labeling Republicans as, how did he put it? Mean, racist, sexist, and angry. No, of course not. But then you got Kanye West on the other hand. Now, I kind of had a toss-up yesterday, okay, my third video of the day. I decided to go with commentary over the Andrew Tate, Piers Morgan discussion, and hey, I had a lot of fun doing that, and it was a toss-up, right, because I wanted to do that, and I thought that that would probably be the most relevant, and views kind of showed that that's how it ends up going, and I still would have done that anyways, or I could have just followed up on some of the Kanye West stuff that I've been doing lately, because, hey man, Kanye West is an interesting guy, and then he had a couple of things that he was saying over the weekend that ended up causing some stir, so I just thought, yeah, it might be alright to just carry that over, and we'll just wait until Monday, see what else shakes out, and it looks like my patience has been rewarded, and the way that it's getting colored by all the mass media outlets that already intrinsically don't like Kanye West, it's a little revealing, it's a little telling, because we can go to the actual text of what he's saying, and we can draw different conclusions, but no, Kanye West, anti-Semite. It's kind of funny, because all of those same mass media outlets would also have you believe that free Palestine and allowing the Palestinians to enforce their will over the Jewish people is the right way to go about that thing. But then you take a look at some of the doctrines of the Palestinian regime, and they realize that, what is that, bullet point number 1 or number 2 is the eradication of all Jews. I think that that might be just a tad bit more anti-Semitic than what Kanye West did say, his actual text. Because he's been kind of treated not too dissimilar from Andrew Tate for a mischaracterization of his statements. So let's get into what he was actually, what he has actually been saying. Rapper Kanye West, he's so much more than a rapper at this point. He's an eclectic individual. All right, has been locked out of his Twitter account for violating the company's policies after posting an allegedly anti-Semitic tweet on Sunday. West returned to Twitter for the first time since November of 2020 after his Instagram account was restricted just one day prior for violating its policies, following a string of other allegedly anti-Semitic posts. That's what we were going to talk about yesterday, if I was going to do some Kanye West stuff. But then we got the Twitter stuff. It's a little bit more spicy because, again, the Instagram, the Facebook, all of the meta stuff that he was saying, that was even more fucking dishwater hot, okay, and just not that fucking spicy, really. All of the hot stuff ended up coming out on Twitter, and it's just really funny because, again, the cancel culture mob just wants to jump at this one, but they're also very, very, very deeply anti-Semitic, unless, of course, it's the non-practicing Jews that are just overwhelmingly left-leaning. Anyways, the rapper's return to Twitter has been welcomed by businessman Elon Musk, who is in the midst of purchasing the social media network. That's a funny situation as well, but those videos don't do shit on the platform, and I'm just, again, a little lukewarm on Elon Musk as a person. Genius individual. Just kind of like the highest level of trolls. It's tough to pin him down, right? And I've been over that a bunch of different times. So what he's doing ultimately, well, he's trying to buy Twitter, or Twitter doesn't want him to buy Twitter, or they want to go to trial. Musk doesn't want to go to trial. Don't know what the fuck is ultimately going to end up happening, outside of the fact that Musk is ultimately just going to end up having to buy Twitter at some price point. And it's like, just cut the shit and just let him fucking own it, for Christ's sakes. And the fact that they're making him go and jump through all of these hoops, I pray that he just decides to shut the lights off and then close the fucking shop down and just watch all of those blue checkmark journo spurgs out there just go, what the fuck do I do with 20 hours out of my day now? It'd be so nice. Anyways, so yeah, Elon Musk wrote, "Welcome back to Twitter, my friend." However, West quickly began posting a series of controversial tweets. That's a fair categorization of what he was saying. So here's the one that allegedly got him canceled or suppressed or censored off the platform, whatever the catchy term we're going with at this point. "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going Defcon 3 on Jewish people." Fuck is Defcon 3? Funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. Okay, this is some galaxy brain big think on this one. I'm surprised he didn't go into this when it came to the Tucker Carlson interview. Anyways, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. Oh my god. Does he have answers for questions? Not I questions, not K questions. Somewhere in the middle. Well, it's kind of a K question. Jokes, folks, but the letter in the middle. West, also known as Ye, I don't know. He's a strange fellow. appeared to be referencing the U.S. Armed Forces Heightened Readiness Status Defcon 3. Yeah, but he actually wrote Defcon 3, so I don't know, is that like an autocorrect gimmick, or what the fuck is that? Because Defcon 5 is the lowest level security, Defcon 1 is the highest level security. Okay, so defense conditioning and then the number. That's what Defcon is. So is he just going to go, mediocre on the Jews? Is that what he was talking about? Or what are we doing here? He's only going to partially pack the train cars? Like, what are we doing here? 6 people into the showers, like, something like that. The post was later removed by Twitter for violating its rules. Why? The spokesperson confirmed on multiple outlets, and West is currently unable to access his account. Yeah, because Twitter's really retarded. Because how is that a threat? Because I can't even define what Defcon 3 is, okay? You can always just make assumptions about it, but this is Twitter we're talking about. Oh, it's a private company. They can do whatever they want. Oh, just fuck off already with all that fucking nonsense. We see where the fucking wind is blowing on this one. If this was literally any other rapper on this level, like if fucking Drake just decided to post something about answering the JQ, people would just laugh, and I don't know, just agent out thoughts would just continue to try to post DMs in order to get some insta clout. Anyways, the post was later removed. The account in question has been locked due to a violation of Twitter's policies. A Twitter spokesperson told BuzzFeed News without providing further details regarding how long West would be locked out of his account. Why is Candace Owens there? Is she? Oh, maybe through Kanye West's logic, she would also be Jewish, so maybe she can speak on this. Anyways, but yeah, now we can get into some of the previous, the spicy tweets that he was, I guess, Instagram posts, stories, or whatever he had up there that initially got him censored, suppressed, taken down. There we go. On Instagram, his primary source of communication. Moments prior to being locked out of his account, fashion designer West had also tweeted, "Who do you think invented cancel culture? That's interesting. And Iranian youth are leading a revolution against 44 years of dictatorship. The world needs to support them and honor their courage." Yeah, something about that. Again, I've voiced my opinion on that, and I think that there's something a little bit sus behind that. But yeah, it's definitely courageous. But if the Iranian government, if the Sharia law police were really taking this shit seriously, that revolution would be done like that. So, I don't really know. A day prior on Instagram. So this was, yesterday? Sunday? Or no, did he tweet this out on Sunday? So yeah, Saturday. West had shared screenshots of an alleged text message exchange between himself and fellow rapper Sean Diddy Combs following West's decision to wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt during his Yeezy Season 9 collection presentation in Paris, France on Monday. West was joined by conservative commentator and author Candace Owens at the event and donned a matching t-shirt, and several other people did as well. Yes. And that's controversial because what? Society wants to tell you that the opposite of that statement is the correct verbiage? Oh, okay, I understand. During his conversation with Diddy, the latter had asked West to stop hurting people. How? To which West responded, "I love you. I love you." Kanye West loves black people. However, the conversation quickly soured when West later wrote, "This ain't a game." And again, Diddy's just a cuck that transcends all time and space. So, because I think his initial statements on this was I really like his independent thought. But then saying that the statement, "White Lives Matter," is somehow hurting people? Hey man, whatever. You don't like it? Well, there's a place for you. I'ma use you as an example to show Jewish people that that told you to call me, that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this was war. Now gone get some business. Now gone get you some business, West wrote. That exchange was heavily criticized by the American Jewish Committee, oy vey, which said in a statement that West should figure out how to make a point without using anti-Semitism. What about that as anti-Semitic? I don't get that, okay? Use you as an example to show Jewish people that told you to call me and that no one can threaten or influence me. What's anti-Semitic about that? That's like what Piers Morgan was saying about Andrew Tate. Oh, just because you don't want to date hoes, that's misogynist. Okay, you wanna say the word Jewish, that means that you're anti-Semitic. Oh. Over the last week, the musician has fomented hatred of Jews. Can you point to anything? Okay, anything that actually shows that he has an outright hatred of Jews? The greed theme. Like, you don't have to say it like that. Has led to a long list of Jewish stereotypes. Can we point out some other ones that would be funny? Or did you get distracted by a penny rolling across your stage? Such as being money-oriented or controlling the world's finances. It's just always funny to read. The control theme seeks to falsely portray Jews as a secret puppet master ruling over others. Ye needs to learn that words matter. Yes, words hurt. Not quite as much as dragging bricks up in order to create the pyramids, but, you know, hey, whatever. The statement read, his posts also prompted widespread criticism from a slew of other fellow celebrities, social media users, and lawmakers, including Representative Richie Torres, a Democrat from New York, oh my god, who said in a statement, West, if you see yourself at war with Jewish people, then you are, by definition, anti-Semitic. Yeah, but what if the Jews are fighting back, though? Would that be self-defense, or is that anti-Semitic self-defense? Or what if you were fighting them with throwing stars that were shaped like the Star of David? Is that anti-Semitic? Or what if for Halloween he decided to dress up like a Jewish version of Kung Lauberg, and instead of having the big old fucking rimmed hat, he just had a yarmulke with a blade on the edges? I'll stop before they start to tax my video. Shame on you and your enablers like Tucker Carlson, the Democrat added. Oh, stop it. You're probably too busy bitching about fucking Tucker Carlson on any other day, so this isn't fucking special. Meta spokesperson told CNN, look at who all of these big tech people are talking to. Twitter was talking to BuzzFeed and Meta talked to CNN. Yeah, and then we got a Democratic congressperson just deciding to come out and just going, oh, Tucker Carlson, bad man. Fuck off. Content from West's Instagram account had been deleted for violating the company's policies, and a restriction was placed on his account. So what, he's not allowed to say Jews anymore on his platform. Whatever. Spokesperson did not provide for further details regarding the content of the post or exactly what restrictions was placed on West's account. Like, let's just try to take the most charitable interpretation from Meta's perspective. He leaked a private conversation. Okay, that's something that you could argue, okay, even though that Kanye West was one of the parties involved, but you could kind of, I don't know, apply some kind of two-party consent in order to leak something that's out there. And if you were going to selectively choose that conversation to go ahead and get rid of, then you'd have to take a look at all the other thoughts that are out there, putting DMs out there on blast, because I don't necessarily think that two-party consent is involved in those scenarios. So yeah, just once again, it's big tech doing big tech things against somebody who doesn't want to toe the line and who's asking some very interesting questions. West earlier shared a message directed at Meta's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, if he was legitimately anti-Semitic, which again, I have not been convinced of yet, he would be going pretty hard against Zuckerberg, okay, for very specific reasons, instead of the fact that he's, well, an Android person. On Twitter, asking, how you gone, kick me off Instagram, alongside a photo of the pair. Oh, right, that was hilarious. I seen that. Damn it. The artist. Do they still got that? Oh, yes, they do. Sweet. We're pulling it up. We're doing this live. Fuck it. Look at this, Mark. How you gonna kick me off Instagram? You used to be my... So does that mean that he's also anti-black? Because he's also claiming to be Jewish. So can you apply that because he's Jewish, you can't say the N-word? Or do you want to flick that back? No, that was the line. I seen that, and that was funny as a motherfucker. So yeah, no, exactly. Or maybe you got censored off of YouTube for saying... Or not YouTube, on Twitter for saying the N-word. I don't know. He kind of cushioned it a little bit. It was with an A at the end. Anyways, the artist was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016, was previously suspended from Instagram for 24 hours in March for violating the platform's harassment policy in a post about Daily Show host Trevor Noah. Ooh, what's that about? But now if you make fun of Trevor Noah, is that picking on the unemployed? Oh well. But how's Kanye West taking all this stuff? Like, oh my God, he's being banned off of all of the big tech platforms. Okay, such high-ranking positions in government like Richie Torres, or calling out his friends Tucker Carlson, and I don't even know if they're friends. They had a fucking interview in the vestibule of a church, and looked like. And then he was saying mean things like he wants to go Defcon 3, which again we need clarification on that. But my dude's busy right now. What's he doing? Well, he's hanging out with a 24-year-old model, because guess what? He could give less of a fuck about what morons are talking about on the fucking internet. This dude's out here living his best fucking life he's fucking upgrading. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there, because the last couple of fools that he was out there fucking around with, some carbon copies of his old bitch, yeah, he definitely did some upgrading. Like, that's high quality. We can just go out there and say that. Okay, she doesn't look like a diabetic for once. She's in good shape, and by Kanye's reasoning, she's also Jewish. So again, how can you be fucking somebody and be anti-Semitic? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.